Today I wanted to do a little bit of a different kind of a video involving my 1911. I have this one here just for aesthetic purposes because it looks cool to have two on camera, but today we're going to be custom making some wood grips for my 1911. This is the first pistol I ever bought. I actually conceal and carried this for about 5 years, and I would not recommend it for conceal and carry. It's way too big. But, you know, I felt like a cowboy everywhere I went, so that was kind of cool. Anyway, the point of this video today is I have some of these Amazon very cheap wood grips that fit on a full-size 1911. And what I'm going to do to them is I'm going to laser burn a pattern onto these, finish it with polyurethane, and then install it. It's going to be a pretty simple process as far as the actual installation goes, but the process of designing, capturing a pattern, designing and making it fit onto these is going to be a little, it can be a little complicated to get it just quite right. This video today is going to focus more on the actual process of lasering versus firearm content, but it's still firearm related, so should be fun. Let's get into it. Alright, we're out here in my garage. This is my laser setup here. I use a Creality Falcon 2 Pro unit. It's got a really nice enclosure. All I had to do was pipe some piping to the outdoors for the exhaust fan. And other than that, it's been just a really awesome unit. With this video, I'm going to kind of skip over the nitty-gritty details of what it takes to put together all the information in Lightburn, which is the program that I use to control this laser. And I'm just going to kind of walk you through the basic steps that I took to get the grips to the point that I got them to. One of the most important steps is to create a jig, which you can see I've done right here. This jig is meant to hold the grips in place while your laser places the pattern down on them. The reason for this is that lasers use compressed air to cool the area that they are working on. And I found that these grips are so light that when the compressor was running and it was shooting air on there, the grips started to move around a little bit, which obviously we don't want. So making a jig is an important part of this, and it helped me get the really nice finished look that I was able to achieve. So again, I just want to state that I'm not going to go through, this isn't a Lightburn tutorial. Lightburn is a really cool program that has a lot of functions to it, but there's a million videos out there that you can look up to do what I'm doing here. I'm going to also have a screen recording that I can pop up here, but this is the main design that I settled on that I want to laser onto these grips. I was able to do this by importing an image and using layer masks to get them into the specific shape that I wanted. You flatten the mask to the shape and then you trace the image. And that's able to bring up and get you this really cool looking pattern. And I'm pretty excited for how it's going to turn out. At this point, we can update the overlay. Move these over their respective grips. There we go. Rotate it just a bit so that it's just properly covering the grip. There we go. Good. Now, so I've oversized these just a little bit, just so that they overshoot the ends of the grips on all ends, just so that it's a nice complete finished look. That's just my particular preference on what the look that I wanted. Some people keep a clean edge all the way around the edges of the grips. That's a design choice. So anyway, at this point, we've got our speed and power set. Speed at 500 millimeters per minute, power at 10%, and we're gonna do the cut. These are kind of tricky because you want to put enough polyurethane on there to really get down into the crevices, but as soon as you do that, it's over applied. So I'm trying to get back in there after it's had a chance to run and take some of this back out. I'm gonna come back in a little while and see how they look. With the lasered grips, I went ahead and put some coats of polyurethane on there, no stain or anything like that. And I'm going to install them on my 1911. This is my wife's 1911. She likes the grips how they are, so that's fine. And I actually really, if I'm being honest, I really like these grips. I love the color of them. They have a really good richness to them. This is just kind of a fun project, fun little idea that I had to put together. If I'm being completely honest, this is not necessarily the tone of wood that I would pick for if I were doing some high dollar build. You know, I would maybe pick a little bit of a lighter wood, but I do think that these are going to look super cool. Now, we hope that these fit. And this kit came with its own hardware to install, which I guess I'm alright with that. Personally, I'd kind of rather have the OEM Smith Wesson hardware on there, but I'll just install what the kit came with. It's kind of interesting, these little screws have rubber O-rings on them, which I suppose is to prevent them from coming loose from vibrations of shooting, so that makes sense. Okay. There we go. That's our laser grips installed. Man, they feel pretty good. They're nice and thin. They might actually be a little bit thinner than the originals. I think they are. And as far as the look goes, I actually really like that. I like that more than I thought I would. I think that looks really good. Let me know what you guys think. This is surprisingly really comfortable in the hand. It feels really good. They fit really well. These were $13 on Amazon. I think they're Gun brand, Guun. And for $13 and some lasering, I think that turned out really cool. It's really pretty. I'm probably gonna buy some more and do it again, see how they turn out. But for now, I think I'm probably gonna keep these on here because I like the way that looks. So that's it. Thanks for watching.